David Erdos back with a tribute to Marilyn Monroe, who on June the 1st, 2026, which is the evening on which I write, would have been 100 years old. MM. 100 years ago to the day, Norma Jean Mortensen, known as Baker, was born beside madness to which her mother Gladys Pearl soon succumbed. Two fragile jewels set in stone, or if not stone, cast a shadow, which clearly stalked both and haunted, even under the brightest of lights, where skin numbed at the thought of what it was each could be. In this way they were sisters, separated by mercy, which was rarely spared, so played dumb in either a hospital ward or before the greed and gain of a camera. They were, in many ways, the same woman, plying two alternate lives, each one caged by either the attentions of men or the complete inattention of whatever gods grown to rule us from either love or fear, dreams or rage. We all know Marilyn's story by now. To escape the orphanage, she got married, at 16 to a policeman who 20 years on she would need when her body was found. Prop pills placed, while the rumours of an invasive enema oceaned. At 36, torn and tired from too much marriage, miscarriage, and misadventure perhaps, that dark deed has been ascribed to John F. and his righteous brother Bobby, although many deny it. Or perhaps Darryl Zanuck, who rejected her first, held the seed of the final mystery film, which is played and played now for decades as our fascination increases. If sex was script, there'd be pages of cultural porn staining her with the ink of intent, flesh-fueled and fed, yet unholy. And still she shone despite spillage and the wolves who clawed at her, dragging her from fame into furrows as they spiked soft, suffering skin with their fur. Joe DiMaggio struck, and Arthur Miller, aghast, put down his pen for his penis. The heat and the hunger this pale-skinned girl stoked, burning them, just as she had been burned by each paparazzi flash and film camera. And yet she absorbed it, distilling each weathered wound into gems of pink, white, and blonde. Marilyn was sex's Christ. She was Jesus. Her sweet stare was gospel, and the air at her skirt, paradise. She was a luminous lens to that air, present between each film frame and yet absent, as when alone wine and lifeblood would soon transmute into ice. Bernie Taupin's candled wind blew her down, as in certain shots she seemed haggard. In bloom and pushing plump she was perfect in Some Like It Hot. In 4 years she'd be a skeleton sent to a far more callous casting. The last one on her back, her heart opened as opposed to those times with her legs she'd avenge, with just one serious take. Did Miller deliver that in The Misfits? Some might say it's lack of substance, and that even after the fall is revenge, and finishing the picture rueful, but perhaps a way to say sorry. Yet in that play, Miller deprives her of language, and Marilyn Monroe was a language in which love and lust learned to yearn. I still feel the sadness of this, as do millions more, countless others. I call it lustalgia, a phrase of my own to discern between love for someone from a previous time, but who can never be had while I'm living, either through age, death, or distance, but whose beauty defines a dream's sigh. And many, of course, dream of her, as she was both template and totem. She bore the sins of others just as Jesus did. You know why? Because we need someone else to suck and spit out our sins like snake poison. We need to moan and imagine the arc of air and the angel, who after 100 years is still moving between daylight and darkness with a message of love and a learning. MM contains her body as letters. We will not forget her. Just look at that broken bird. It can fly. David Erdos, June the 1st, 2026.